ground shelter or fallout shelter immediately.
And now, from the dredges of the Taunton River on FRC Radio, it's Threw Up in Fall River Radio. Now here are your hosts, Jordan Sylvia and Tony Mendoza.
I hope this is recording. That's the beatbox. That's
What
the
is
beatbox.
going down, Bloodhound? All you trouser blouses out in the audience. Just got George and his new co-host. Smell like a straight submarine sandwich in here with oil and vinegar drizzled up and down it sideways.
Oh, man.
Nick's hot dogs with
I
extra
hope this is
Funyun onions.
Oh, this probably is recording because it's a super DVD. It doesn't
Hi,
don't
Mom.
matter. Don't
You
mind me.
recording?
Yeah, I just want to make sure the audio, the video. I can't. There's somebody's head. There's all right.
That's my headpiece.
See what I mean? If we need.
Hey, right, look at Jordan. Look at Jordan's ego. You can't sit there, Tony,
Yeah, no, you talk.
because you're
You're the number 2 guy.
Listen, you got the wrong squash. I got the biggest squash over here.
Trying to squeeze
You probably
Jeff
want to
in
have
there.
me over here. Yeah, we gotta figure something out.
What's that? Jeff with his bun.
Yo, what's up?
That's
You guys gotta, we can't squeeze. I'm sorry. We got actually a special guest, a city councilor.
you know
We
what
got 2
I can do?
councilors.
I can hold this thing like this.
Yeah, I was gonna say that
Like-
too.
Some gum.
Dude, you're
Have the
so
same
good
penis.
because you actually read in my mind. I was gonna say to
Because
get
that's
the,
what I do. I read minds.
yeah, to get the better camera shot.
No, I'm reading Lauren's mind. All I see is purple bananas flying.
You know me well.
Just kidding. Whoa, whoa, wow.
Jesus.
Hit me with a sidewinder.
Shocking.
Purple bananas, huh? Okay.
Whatever. color
So how about them Red Sox?
Oh, shit.
Red Sox, yeah, Red Sox.
How about that? Hey, Hanley Ramirez. If anybody knows the Red Sox, this dude.
He
Yeah, I
sucks.
could play left field. Dude, I'd be better in left. They should just give it to me. Because I know I could play that wall better than him. He's out there. Yeah.
For everybody at home, if anybody wants to call in, the phone number is 774-357-2132. It's myself, Jordan, Sylvia, Tony Mendoza.
Yeah, what up?
And we have a special city councilor who's also in the studio. He just stepped outside. to go to the
Oh,
bathroom.
break the news.
But and we have also Miss Lauren Tansey came down to BCC and she just showed up.
Hey, guys.
Hey, Lauren. Hi, Lauren.
How are you?
I think she's gonna be
Hi,
helping out.
welcome to Women's
Wait,
Intuitions
wait, wait,
Wetbacks. You know, those 2 broads in the morning. Oh my God! Like you don't want to just
Let's get right into this
see a
interview.
gas leak on that show.
Let's get-
Boom!
Let's get right into this interview. I want to introduce the city councilor, brand new, right after the meeting. Steve Long, how you doing, Councilor Long?
Sucks. I gotta
Hey,
behave again.
Nice to meet you.
How'd it go last night?
It was good as usual.
Good.
I had,
Hey, that's probably the only thing you could never say is it was as good as usual.
you know, I had a few cocktails after.
You celebrated. It's definitely something to celebrate. We
I
should-
got-
See any blouses, Mr. Long?
I sat with 8 other ones, and
Blouses,
well,
huh?
7. The little Mexican guy in the end seems pretty cool.
Nice.
Who, the younger one?
Yeah, this is his name, Jasiel.
So how you
Shaquille.
running? How's your campaign going? What's going on?
Yeah, it's it's going.
Day 2.
I
Like-
promised Jordan I'd behave because you're here,
I gotta
and
fi-
it's like I gotta fight every part of my instinct part.
Can you
I'll
put a
be
bumper
respectful.
sticker on your bike?
I might even just do that. Do you give out bribes or anything, or does that work the other way around?
No, yeah, well, no.
My
we take
bad.
them.
Oh, hi.
Why do you think I had that celebration once I found out I was getting put back in?
My bad. I didn't. My bad.
Yeah, but hey, let's keep that quiet. Those,
All
are,
right, my
those are the
fault.
envelopes.
Yeah, I know. I shouldn't be saying that
No.
while you're running for election.
Right.
But,
Oh, no. Tony thought I was mad at him because I wasn't partaking in the convo. You're
Yeah.
doing a good job handling the interviews of the city
did you call me an
councilors.
asshole?
Yes.
Is that what you say? Doing
Yes,
a job,
I
I
asshole?
prefer that language not be around me.
I'm sorry, Mr.
going
Long.
man.
See, Jordan, now you're gonna get me
I
going.
went to a funeral last
You
night.
I'm just gonna go out on a limb and just say you got another douchebag politician in the
in the studio.
You know what? I don't appreciate
Listen.
Yeah,
I
you're
just
about,
met-
you're
Well,
about to
listen,
be
I'm not here to
unemployed.
butter you up or any other politician.
Well, let me
sir.
tell you, you don't even live in my city.
Listen,
Neither
sir.
do I.
Listen, sir. I just want to tell you that it makes
Oh,
no
Steve, you
difference.
live-
I don't
mean,
care.
wait, no, I live on,
political politician
near the
or not.
reservation.
You're not gonna come in here and get some free walk by, like free publicity. You're gonna get hammered, sir.
You're a
and
dirty
you're gonna
bastard.
get hammered hard,
You're a
like
dirty
a nail,
bastard.
like I would hammer a nail. Bang, bang.
You think so?
I'm gonna bang that nail in.
Yeah.
Bang, bang, bang.
Apparently
bang,
you don't
bang,
know
bang.
me. I'll
Just
take
picture
you-
what I'm gonna
hey,
do.
I won't be the last
I'm gonna
one to
bang
take you
away
on a
on you.
midnight ride.
I'm gonna
I
bang
already
you.
know all the tricks
I'm
now.
gonna bang you good and hard. You're going down,
Oh
sir.
my God, you gotta have decorum when you talk to these people.
All right.
I don't.
Let-
you
let me
promised
digress.
You promised me this wasn't George Thompson's shenanigans, that dirty bastard. I listened to that show
Well, you
last
already
week
know. You
just
got
to
enough of
find
them
out.
by walking into the smell of hot dog water and bologna discharge.
I was going to say, it doesn't smell too good in here right
No.
now. It kind of smells like council chambers when Pat Casey and Linda
Queefs.
are on their periods.
Having a queefing contest.
Oh my God, Steve, I never knew. Wow, I
Wow.
never knew
Oh,
you.
we're on the air?
Oh man, oh man. Caller, what's up?
You guys are fucking killing me. I can't even.
Porch honky, I'm on thing. Get on the fan, understand all the scene.
Hey, can you believe? Hey, Johnny, can you believe how down to earth this
Who
guy
is this?
Can you smoke in here?
Yeah, you can smoke. Jesus Christ.
What's that?
Another genius.
Yeah, Steve.
He's got the. I gotta say, he's got balls.
Yeah, Mike DeOliveira actually talked to him and said that if he got to more of a personal level and he's not
You know, I'm trying to break it down for the councils that they don't have to be so
Yeah.
snooty. These are the people. We represent
Come
them.
on,
We
this
should
is
party
really
with them,
him.
you know?
Right.
It's really him.
of course it is.
Oh shit, it is. You think I
Listen,
You think I
listen.
like having scumbags in here?
He messaged me and he said,
Call me a
I want to
scumbag.
meet you. I want to meet
My
you
bad.
face to face.
Sorry.
And then he said,
Can't hold those feelings in.
Yeah. if you wanna take it
when
out
I
back.
talked to him, Mike
Whatever,
DeOliveira.
dude.
Mike DeOliveira.
If you don't call the cops
I
on
can't
me.
even get in with these guys. These guys are having.
Sorry,
pissing
Joy.
contests.
Well, you know what, dude? You're bringing these wannabe tough guy politicians in. You're gonna run his yipper to the skipper.
I'm not a wannabe.
I just look at it like this. Hey, I give the guy a shot. Yeah, I posted a meme. I love that fucking picture that he had. What happens in his fucking Stevens garage? I fucking rolled. when he
Yeah,
had
you know,
that.
I'd rather not talk about that at the moment.
Steve,
No, but I'm just saying the picture. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
listen,
Oh, this is Creedon.
you know what I mean? Well, it is fucking Larry, isn't it?
No.
No,
Leary.
no, I didn't know who you were, John.
No, it's.
I'm over here focused on this knuckle, dude. You know, I'm just gonna go easy because it's gonna get ugly in here. But I didn't even know it was you, Johnny. No, this is this.
Wait,
this,
wait,
listen,
wait! Is this
dickhead-
Steve Long on the phone?
No, Steve Long's right here, the weasel.
All right, so
Don't call me a weasel again, dude.
Listen, I'm trying to talk to my real friend on the phone.
Yeah.
While you're sitting here,
We're trying to ask
you ain't
this
even
guy-
got a friend in,
Yeah, he's
in
going
a
to be
4 mile
carrying your
radius.
casket in about
Yeah.
4 days if you
Yeah,
keep
I
running
know.
that cock hose through
John,
yours.
John, you know what's gonna happen to this dude? You already know, right?
God.
Hey, listen, put it this way, right? I'm
My Lord!
I'm gonna catch a case. You know what?
Talking about the rooster.
Oh my God!
Shit, bro.
I just wanted to talk to him about pilots, Johnny.
Don't slap me in the face, you little bastard.
Right, bitch. Do something.
I'm
Step
gonna
up.
do something. You're gonna
Mouth-
see.
Mouthpiece.
Get Racine on the
Yeah, I
line.
hear ya.
This is
Yeah,
Lauren's
call the
first
cops.
time on the show, and it's a
I like
little.
how I did that off
probably a little
camera
much.
too, right?
It's warm in here, no?
It's awesome.
Hey, John, ask him how it feels to get fire slapped off camera.
She's a very attractive girl. Is she on the council too?
Yes, I started last
I think she sits like 3 seats over from me.
Yeah, I'm seat
that's
4.
fucking. Come on, that's not him.
Guy, I swear to God.
God.
Just take a picture and put it on fucking
Yeah, don't
We
care.
will.
Wait till the swelling goes down.
These guys are
I don't wanna
complaining
get,
Yeah,
about
they
the
getting a little
Wi-Fi.
I
crazy.
don't want to get charged.
Nah, know
'cause
what
I
it
think he'll
is?
tell on me.
He's just a down to earth guy.
Yeah, he's like a dude. He's really not a total douche. We
I
actually got
represent
along
the
outside.
people of Fall River.
So what does he think about all what's going on now?
Well,
All right, let him talk. What does he think about what's going on?
at this point, I'm just trying to. I have a review board that I'm working with my transition team, and I hired a task force that's going to be looking into this shit for me.
Damn.
So, but as far as the bags, I ain't voting for them.
Well, that burp
Ooh,
stunk.
I noticed
That was a Carvella.
You know, I know. I came
garlic
out the
burp.
first day and I said something on WSAR that I was gonna, go for it. But then I forgot who I was dealing with in the city.
Exactly.
So I figured out who really holds the power.
Exactly.
So no bags for this
We
guy.
got you
I'm
in
gonna
the-
smoke. I'm gonna eat, and I'm gonna drink, and I'm not buying any bags.
we got you in the FR media closet, and you changed your whole.
Yeah, the only bags
attitude.
he like are the ball bags that swing over his face.
Let's not bring up college days, you punk.
Whoa! Kid, you're dead. He's going down, this dude.
Yeah.
I'm done.
One of the loudmouths.
You know what's gonna happen,
that
right? You
give
know what's
Fall
gonna
River
happen?
a bad name.
You know what's gonna happen?
Where's Larry?
What's that?
Where's Larry?
Working.
I don't know. I think he's.
No, he's
I think he
working.
got thrown out of FRC. He got kicked
No,
off.
he is. He's working. Shit happened at work.
Tell him I
There's
do
a big shit show going on right now. I can't even talk about. But I wish Leary. Listen, I wish Leary was here because he'd be teaming up on this lane with me.
What do you think about this Kodak thing with Racine?
Oh yeah, the mini stroke thing.
Yeah, I read that. What happened with that?
That was HIPAA violation.
What happened?
Well,
I read that a little while ago. I just
I'm
couldn't.
assuming he was the one who made it public, so I guess they can talk about it.
Really?
Why can't we talk about it? It's all over the fucking
That's what I'm saying.
I mean, I'm not gonna. I don't even know him. I don't even know the dude. I know what he did.
I just got a text message from my attorney telling me to, trying to put a little professionalism out. I'm
From
sorry.
who? Arthur Frank?
Yes, and it was happy hour today.
So you gotta leave?
No, I already went.
No, I'm saying if you want to leave, you can leave.
Yeah, I'm aware of my rights as a citizen in this country. What's your name? Tony Sanchez?
Yeah, Tony Sanchez.
Okay.
You're gonna get a dirty
Let's
Sanchez.
check yourself
You're gonna get a rusty
before you wreck
trombone.
yourself.
Hey, because you think you're so slick when you get hemmed up
Yeah.
doing all your scuzzbag shit and you catch a case. Oh, you're gonna be getting rusty trombones shoved in your
listen,
mouth.
I'll have an ordinance that states that you are not allowed into this city because you don't reside in this city.
You and Flanagan can share a cell.
Flanagan's gone and I'm still trespassed. He's gotta still trespass me.
What is that?
Johnny's no trespass off of BCC. He can't even learn. If he wanted to improve his education, he has to take a web-based course.
And I can't read. I can't even read.
It's just through the roof. I mean, with all the porn I look at and everything else, Jesus Christ, this is un-fucking American.
Yeah. Well, I've been celebrating since last night. I put down 36 times that LeBron would win the game, and
Nice.
so Leo paid up.
Oh yeah.
You don't never pay.
I swear to God.
That's
Oh,
gotta
trust
be-
me,
no,
he
that's gotta-
paid this time because I was going to call him out in front of the other 7 blouses.
Yeah, Steve, you look like a pretty aggressive dude. Like when I hear you talk, sometimes it feels like you're like.
I'm passionate.
Yeah, you're a second
passionate,
away from just
and I'm
ripping someone's head off.
Yeah, I like to drink and I'm passionate.
Nice.
Like Lauren.
Yeah.
Right.
Look at that.
No, you gotta get a picture of Lauren.
Listen, Lauren's mad cool.
Yeah, I'm
Hey,
down
she's
for
got
that.
some blouser tendencies. Just gonna throw it
Since
out there.
I haven't been intimate with my wife in about 6 years,
Lauren, I'm gonna let you defend yourself.
but I'm not
I
sure.
wonder why.
I'm not sure I can perform.
Well, good.
Listen, you better perform. The budget's coming up in 3 weeks.
Yeah,
Red, right?
Yep.
But to get Pat Casey's vote, we gotta give her Lauren.
What? Oh,
That's what I
jeez.
heard. Lauren, you're taking one for the team.
You're offering me up to kill him? F that,
You're taking
no.
one for the team. It's just a guy that has to date a really, really ugly girl.
Dude.
Okay? Like his brother, like hey,
Hold on, I think we have Pat Casey calling in right now, actually. Hey, from a 1950s rotary phone.
Yeah, well.
Oh. Actually, she just dove through the soundproof glass. Now she's calling again.
Oh my God.
Jesus.
We're never gonna get to any topic.
No, listen. Pat Casey just dove through the wall, the cinder block wall like the Kool-Aid man.
hey, that is Pat.
Hey
Boy,
guys.
I didn't mean what I said a minute ago. I hope you weren't listening.
Yeah. Soon as she dies, she got a job with that, like that lady on Beetlejuice.
Oh,
What's her name? Gino, or what's her name? The one with the slit throat, that's the smoke comes out and.
Mr. Long. Can you
Mr.
tell
Long.
us what your first conversation with Pat Casey was?
Can I do what?
Can you tell us what your first conversation with Pat Casey was?
Well,
Did
she
you
was.
introduce yourself to the rest of the city councilors, or did you just come in stoned with a couple of martinis in there and just sat down and winged it?
No, I met with each and every one of them along the campaign when we were first going, and Pat was one of the first ones to send me a message through obviously the post office, since she doesn't have any type of electronic devices besides maybe a
Besides her
carpet
in her throat.
vibrator.
What's that talker they use when they got throat cancer?
Yeah.
You wanna go?
I don't believe that device actually has a name. It's so.
My name is Pat Casey.
Yeah, it's so awkward. It doesn't actually have a specific name.
It's called a carpet cooler.
She threw an AOL discount.
What we need to do, like in Citizens Input, is like have go-go girls. That's what we
Yeah,
need.
we heard about your Twitter account. I heard today your Twitter, the Twitter you did for Throw Up in Fall River is like an escort site.
I'll say this. I'm the biggest fucking asshole.
So I've heard.
And I love you for it.
Sarah Bell did very well. I gotta say it. She did. As much as I hate the stripper fucking nut,
I love strippers.
What happened? What'd she do?
She went up on Citizens, like, I watched Citizens Info. First time last night I watched it.
Yep.
Right?
What happened?
And I said, who the hell is this chick in this can thing with this silver, this blonde hair? She goes, hey, I gotta say, man, the way that she broke it down, her apartment and everything else, made them all those city councils just like idiots.
Absolutely.
And I gotta say, as much as I can say, where I give credit where credit's due. Melvin, on the other hand, he wants to be with the recallers now. The recallers have power. This is the problem with me today.
It's like that
Lauren
Gene St. Pierre guy, right?
Lauren shaking her head no. And
Brian
disgust.
Andrews like, you guys on?
He's pandering.
So, yeah, I can hear it. I mean, so I'm just saying, like, in that way, like, where I just, people coming over from Flanagan's side and stuff and everything else, I just get fucking uneasy with that shit. Like, if you threaten me one time, then you're my enemy for life.
Oh, yeah.
So what I'm saying is, it's like this. Say all you guys make the city council, right? Say you make the city council, Kennedy, Josh Silver, everybody. Who fucking you call Sutter?
Wow. I'm sweating like Councilman Long trying to balance a budget over there. Trying to balance a checkbook.
I see the plan. I see the plan as this. Hey, Sutter, Jasiel doesn't beat Sutter, right?
Yep.
You're gonna recall Sutter.
Yep.
All right, so, but Jordan, like, you look at, like, all those, say you take fucking 5 seats to recall it.
Act accordingly.
I'm saying, no, like, you got 5 seats to recall it.
Yep.
Are those city councilors who are on the recall, or who are now city councilors, are they going to go against the mayor?
I think it would only be the ultimate irony if I got in and then I was recalled.
That'd be awesome.
Flanagan. Flanagan had 2 unsuccessful school committee runs before he became mayor.
Yep.
You would win, Jordan, if you went for the mayorship. You have enough people. Why stick around with the city council?
Well, I think city council is very important. It's
Oh,
more
it's golf
important than the
grips
mayor.
are bad.
Hold on, just so everybody who's out there, we're gonna actually have. We'll spill the beans. That was actually not Stephen Long. John Creedon nailed it that it was Mr. Leary.
Mr. Lulu.
Yeah, and
Hey,
Jeff sounds just like him. I actually reached out to
He's
Steve
probably
Long.
just like me, too.
Hey, check this out. You guys can appreciate this. I reached out to Steve today, and he's actually a buddy of mine. I went to high school with his dad. So I reached out to him and asked him to be on the show, and he said that, and it was pretty funny. He said, I want to, just like I told Mike D, that's why I threw him a shout out. He said, I want to meet you in person first, right? Man to man, eye to eye, I think he said. So this is getting a little, I'm telling you, he's like intense, this guy, right? But, so I told him, I was like, I'm going to be working till like 5. I probably won't be able to meet up, so we couldn't do it today. But I figured Jeff sounds just like him. And Jeff got called up from the minor leagues from SNAFU.
Off waivers.
Oh, yeah, he got picked up on a 10-day waiver.
Yeah.
So Jeff Leary, as
10-day waiver. We had to wave George's sweat balls off him. Took about 3 hours to do
I'm just
that.
trying to work this
Decontaminate
microphone
the
so
studio.
everyone
Just
at
kidding,
home can
George.
see me on YouTube.
All's fair in love and war.
Megalomaniac.
Important stuff.
Hey, Larry,
Yeah, what's up?
I bought a Kmart sword today.
Oh, did you? Nice. We can go sword
A
fighting.
Kmart sword. I heard you guys already did
It'd be
sword
like
fight.
CJ. We'll have a little sword
I
fight.
heard you did sword fight, used to.
Sword.
I
know.
Johnny,
Johnny, you know.
Johnny, did it come with any Korean War medals? Did you get it from Mr. Han on South Main?
Ooh, Han. Han's the man. How old's Han? He's got to be about...
Is it from the Guadalcanal?
Yeah, he's probably
officially?
passed away, right?
Who, Earl?
No, he ain't dead.
Probably hung himself after the show, I would say.
What'd you say, Johnny?
Everybody talks about Mr. Han. Mr. Han was 39 in Kangsudo in the world.
Nah, really?
In the 70s. Okay?
Really?
So I call him Adashi. Adashi is Korean for sir. Okay? So he was a badass.
Really?
In the day. Oh, yeah, dude. Badass.
Johnny knows the history on all these fucking people.
He taught the rock.
Tell us about the Battle of Fall River.
So I asked him about the medals. Okay? The people come in here and buy commemorative medals.
Yeah.
And he said 7 out of his 10 customers do.
Yeah, but they don't wear them, though.
I don't know if they wear them.
Unless they're having sex parties or Halloween.
Well, two things I want to clarify. If Derek Magado messaged me, he said that device that Tony was talking about that people need, like if they don't have a larynx, it's an electrolarynx.
Thank you.
And that's the important part. And also, Jasiel Correa.
I thought it was for that when you fall down the stairs.
Yeah.
You can't get up.
Jasiel Correa, mayoral candidate, may be calling into the show.
Cool.
So,
Well, I'll get off the phone.
well, no, I'm gonna have him call my phone. So I like to have people ask him questions. You know what I mean? Because they never allow that on WSAR. Whenever they have Sutter on, they have like Ray Mitchell, like, you know.
But Jordan, is he gonna ask, like I would ask him?
That's what I want to ask you, Johnny. What you would ask him?
I would ask him. You know, seriously, why did you want to go to Joe Camara and the chief instead of pressing charges against Flanagan? What was the mitigating circumstance that changed his mind? Instead of charging, all he had to do was say, I felt threatened with a gun. And bang, he would have been taken. Flanagan would have been taken.
I know.
Why go to Joe? See, I see all the backdoor dealings. You know what I mean? Why go to Joe Camara? Why? And sit there. How can James Neal sit there with Paulie De Silva for all that time as a city councilor getting betrayed?
Yeah.
By somebody that, like what?
Yeah, that must have been crazy. I don't know. I don't know. But I'll tell you what though, because even like you said, Johnny, about the Melvin Gaudette thing, like people. I don't know if if it's on that level between them. Like, I don't know how much Paul De Silva was, he felt he was...
Melvin said he was going to Ray Hogg to have his DD-214 amended.
Yep.
So what? Commemorative medal?
No, he's double chips in offense.
I just got private.
Johnny's all over the
I just
place.
got private
He's full of
message
shit.
by Brian Andre. He said he
course you
kicked
did.
Mr. Hahn's ass in the Battle of Fall River. He said.
Real man.
Lauren said you're cheating on her inbox
Yeah, what the hell?
with the text.
Cheating on her box.
I'll ask him, Johnny, when he
Are
comes
you
on.
cheating on her box?
If he calls in, I'll say,
I told him I said it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, really?
Cheating on her
yeah,
box.
because me and you want to see this guy in jail.
Oh, no. See, the Flanagan thing with me, like, don't get me wrong. Everybody can, like, Flanagan's like Gene St. Pierre and all that other shit. You don't remember this?
Well,
I knew him, and I know his family. I am his family. If it wasn't for a dead aunt and my dead grandmother, you know what I mean?
Yep.
He would be fighting against me.
all right, hey, I'm going to let you go when
Hey, have a good day.
All right, brother, when-
I'm gonna listen, man.
Later,
all right,
Johnny.
yep.
Hi, John.
Bye, Johnny boy.
Later, brother. When Jasiel calls it, I'm gonna ask him what he thinks about Flanagan's grandmother.
Well, yeah,
His
well,
shared
that's-
grandmother with Creed.
What is she, a ghost?
What?
And they used to go trick or treat in the
She's still alive?
In the Highlands? What?
Highlands.
Damn, Tony.
Tony's
Sorry,
this.
that's a garlic burp.
Hey, I'll tell you what.
I had Carvel as a steak plate.
That smells
I
like
had
perfume.
about 5 pieces
compared
of
to-
garlic.
Hey, it smells like
Yeah.
perfume compared to
I'll
what we
knock your,
strolled into
I'll
an
knock
hour
your
ago.
fucking socks right off with these burps.
Cal, go and take me.
Smelled like the inner cockles of Pat Casey.
Still didn't
Pat
smell as
Casey.
bad as this room with George and fucking Cuckoo Kachu left. Fucking smell like
I think his
fucking.
name's Patrick Higgins.
Smell like the
The
smell
shit
like the
stir.
harbor seal tank at the Boston Aquarium
He was kind of
when they haven't cleaned it for 7 days.
Yeah, he was offensive.
Yeah, he was. I think he was
Who?
giving. He was flirting with.
That's flirting?
Well, he's got no.
Come
camera.
on, I
No,
missed all that.
yeah.
What was this in the hallway?
He's like staring at her chest, and he says,
He was like this, Lauren.
Come
How you
on.
doing? How you doing, Lauren?
"Hey, he's reading it. It says keep up."
How you doing,
It
Lauren?
says, yeah, it says with me under it. If you stop looking.
What's your shirt say? I said, well, you can't read? And then
He was like, do it again, stretch
turns
it
to Jeff
off.
and says, you got a dollar?
He's-
I say, hey, the dollar's falling out of the hole in your pocket, guy.
Jeez.
She was gonna pickpocket it. She's
I
a
laugh
little
at-
hustler.
I would laugh.
She's down for
Hey,
a
if
hustle.
Lauren hit her with like a 4-piece.
I almost hustled him. We could have went back to Carvella.
Yeah, we could have got his $30.
Is that what happened?
We could have got his
Carvel
$40
visit
and
too?
brought it to the guy who lost it on South Main Street.
I have no idea what's going
I
on,
don't
by the way.
We're just having a
I
random
don't know.
show.
We-
over
Yeah,
here.
you guys
Don't mind
just had
us.
a radio
We
show.
just took a left turn
We
and
still
went
thought
down.
we were on the Pimenta show where
Yeah.
we had some pull.
I want to
Oh
let
my
everybody know
God.
too. The record for the week and listeners that we're not even close to touching was Dave Mead's radio show on Monday. I guess he's back on because
Yeah.
school ended.
Serious.
My father listens to that.
Hey, you know what? That's crazy because he's
Good
so
for him.
responsible, right? That
Yeah,
when
good
he
for him,
had
man.
school,
God
like when he
bless
had
him.
school, like he cut down on his extracurriculars to focus. I've never done that in my life.
What do you mean cut down? What are you talking about?
Like he was like, I'm gonna get off the radio show to focus on school.
Who,
You know, like,
Mead?
yeah, like a responsible.
Yeah.
What was his major?
Yeah, he goes to school. How
know.
old is he? He's
It's
like,
a very good question.
isn't Dave's how old is he? He's older.
Coloring?
I could
What's he go to
inbox him.
college?
Hey, I swear to God, last night he
Who we
almost
talking
made me
about?
cry.
Mead. Hey,
Mead.
what's he go to college or something? He's cause he's older gentleman, ain't
Dave? Yeah, he's.
I think
I
he
don't know how
goes
old
to
he is.
yeah he goes to BCC. There's a meeting every morning. He goes to AA. I think
Oh, that's it.
MEADE.
DD.
he? No, does he go to school or is he?
I think Linda might.
Yeah, she's actually she's pretty.
Because I know
articulate.
I thought Mr. Mead
On
wasn't known
Facebook.
for his
Hey, somebody was going to put her on
His,
blast. Linda Mead for something
educational talents.
something she used to do in the past. Somebody threatened that they were going to tell
Oh.
everybody. Linda Mead.
Oh, I have no idea.
So before they break it, why don't you call in Linda and enlighten us?
I don't know.
on
Yeah,
your
I don't know
glorious
anything
past.
about that. But their husband, he's a nice guy. I can't. Say.
Yeah, I like the guy. He's
I
funny.
made fun of him one time, and they came out. They were
He
upset.
sounds like a brick.
They
fell
were
off the
upset, so
Empire
I
State
apologize.
and hit him in the head. But
I apologized, and I just kept it moving.
This may be Dave
This
right
is a
there.
nice guy.
Hello.
Hi, is this necessary media?
Oh my lord. Sam, you're always a day early.
One day I'm going to get it right. I swear I promise to Dottie.
Sam, hey, how was your meeting with the Portuguese ambassador today?
Well, here's the thing. My stomach, I suffer from a little bit of ulcers, so I have to take it easy with the crushed pepper.
Acid reflux.
Yes, exactly. Mostly what I had was a lot of pop, sick, suck, sick.
you sound like you're drinking again, Sammy.
No, but actually what I did have along with that was the, I believe they call it a niche.
Are they still rioting down there in Baltimore, D.C.?
You need
Hey, may I ask who am I speaking with? Is
need
this
some-
Counselor Long?
Yes.
Steve Long, and that's my nickname.
Hey, listen.
long dong mashlong.
The longest cock on the council.
Listen, Steve, I got to talk to you. I thought we had a deal.
Well, you know, I back out of my deals.
He ain't kidding.
Didn't you notice I'm on the city council?
He's not kidding.
They made me
Well,
sign a
listen, the thing
paper
is-
for that.
Well, I just know when I talked to you on the side, I thought we had a particular deal about the budget that I said, yes, we can get the budget, we can get the line items crossed, but I needed your approval, and I said, yes, you can have your pilot program. It can be an F-27, those little M-23s, whatever those are, the ones that crash all the time on the highway. We could have got a pilot program up and running.
Oh, so it was that kind of pilot. I thought it was payments in lieu of taxes. You're
No,
talking
no, you-
airplanes.
No, not when I talked to Steve. He assured me. He said, listen, what Fall River needs is to reopen Airport Road. And I said,
Was this after 10
I
o'clock
thought you-
at night? Because
You talking about Uber?
listen, I got to tell you something. Once I hit a certain point in the afternoon, I don't even pay attention to AM or PM. They're all a blurred line.
I hear you there.
How do you keep talking like this? I'll tell you, you're driving me nuts. With this Pat Casey talk, I mean this Sam Sutter talk.
It's 5 o'clock.
I'll tell you.
It sure is.
7 o'clock on that dot. I got that drop top.
Steve, I got to tell you, though, when I was watching at home with Dottie, I was saying, wait a minute, what's he going to do now? And then you just went on, and on, and on. And it was like a soliloquy, if you will.
Well-
I thought you were reading Shakespeare at one point.
Yeah, I might have been
You
drinking
reminded me of
Shakespeare.
that Chip Camara.
Chipper.
Reading quotes
Chipper.
left and right.
Yeah, you know, I apologize, and I'll be down in the office to see you next week.
All right, Joe.
All right, Cliff.
All right, Joe Castiglione. Time to go.
All right, listen, I got-
He hits one, and it goes back. It's going back. It's gone.
Yes,
Who-
yes, Cliffy.
Who are you? Who are you?
I am.
Who
the-
are you?
I'm the
the
fresh
guy
blood.
in the mirror.
I'm the fresh blood on the
I
council
believe-
that's going to straighten things out. That's what I am.
No,
I'm
I
going to be the
believe I
president.
heard- No, I believe I heard Earl's daughter last week ask you quite clearly, Who are you?
She knew who I was the night before. I picked her up about 12:30 for a $40 knob job.
Whoa, Councilman.
Getting it in.
Councilman, you were not even there. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to the other gentleman there. I believe Ergo Dextora asked quite clearly,
Oh.
Who are you?
Who am I?
Who are you? No.
Who am I? I don't know, dickhead. You called my show. I didn't call yours. You called mine. Who the fuck am I, asshole?
All right, Cliff. This is.
Listen, I gotta get going. I can't.
See you later.
I got a new fresh hot plate of pop sucks put in front of me, and I gotta get down to this. So you guys. Have
All right, drive fast, take chances, go chew on a windowsill. See you later.
Thank you, Cliff.
Later.
Jeez, Louise.
Wow, holy cow.
It is hot in
Yeah,
here.
you
Yeah,
should see
that
him on the
dude-
6th floor on a Friday
I
afternoon.
can see hey, funny.
He called me in there.
Whoever that was straight out of his mind, and I like it.
He
Tony,
called me
did
in
you
there.
watch?
Oh,
Did you
I'm
watch?
not Steve
Hold
Logan
on,
anymore.
hold on.
Did I wash what? My hands?
You guys are
After
loud.
I'm back to Jeff Leary.
Let's see if Antonio picks up the phone. I was supposed to talk to Antonio from last night.
Who's that, Antonio?
Yeah.
Who's that?
Or Senor Texera.
Who is
Yeah.
it?
Maybe you want to let the audience know who it is.
Tony, yeah, Tony that never knows what's
Who
going
is this
on.
guy? I don't know.
He spoke last night at the meeting.
Oh, yeah,
okay,
yeah.
all
The,
right.
the short gentleman, the Portuguese guy.
Yeah, Portuguese
Oh, the
gentleman.
Portuguese guy named Tony from
You
Florida?
mean everybody.
Go
that
figure.
guy. Yeah, that guy.
I don't know if he's home.
He's hiding now after he heard the show.
Yeah, as soon as he heard some of the curse words, we'll just leave him a
Please
dirt.
message
Leave him a different.
Tony, I promise you, I won't swear
Hold
at
on,
you. I
hold
swear
on.
to
We'll
God.
have you leave him a voicemail.
Tony, how are you? This is calling in from TUIFRadio. I'm Sam Setter. I'm calling to see how you're doing. I just wanted to give you a call in this other guy's accent and just let you know what's going on. Call back. What's our number? Our number is 774-357-2132. Call anytime. I don't know.
Hey, I hope he gets
I
that.
blew that one, but I'll tell you what.
I hope he gets it and calls back that number on the Mead show.
Yeah, he's gonna call me at 11 o'clock tonight.
Unbelievable.
Jesus.
So it's a gorgeous day today. That's for
Oh,
sure.
it's
He's
so
got a whole
hot.
bag of
Hey,
sodas.
if you go by
Jeff's
Airport
got like a
Road,
12
you
pack
can
in
smell the
his-
stench
in
of
his
Fall
sock.
River right from there at its finest.
Jeff's got a 12-pack of Coke in his sock.
So somebody said that I guess the trash force thing. I was gonna have Jeff and Tony do the show today because I was gonna pop in at that trash force thing. But people are like, why
Comes
even
a
go down there?
Carvella burp. You ready?
Here comes another burp.
Here comes another Carvella burp.
Hey, where's the...
Straight garlic.
Oh, we're waiting for
Right
it.
there.
Oh my lord.
So, what's up
And
with that
the
trash?
fazula there.
We're trying to. Me and Lauren are like
fajuha.
trying to talk about anything. Like
No,
she.
it's alright. I'm
No,
curious.
it's a seamless transition.
Legitimately.
Tony's like, oh, I got a Carvella burp. And Lauren's like, yeah, no, but seriously, that trash.
No, you caught my trash. I heard trash.
Jesus Christ.
I'm over here like...
We got Jeff Leary.
Jeff's 74 feet tall. He's like Treebeard.
I didn't even know there was a small
Lord of the
refrigerator
Rings.
in here. That thing works?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that thing works. It
That's
works.
George's refrigerator. His washer and dryer
Yeah.
down the hall.
Yeah, George claimed it.
He lives in the swamp over here.
Jesus.
No, I'm kidding. I love
No, you're
George.
not. No, you're not. When George does his show, he
I
camps
miss him
out in the
already.
back.
I don't think Jeff's liking his experience.
Hey,
He's already saying he loves George. He can't wait to be back on
Hey,
SNAFU.
George,
Hey,
hey,
yeah.
George, when George does the show, he camps out in the back of his PCC, fishes in the swamp. He's got his little fridge over here.
It's like Shrek.
He just went home today. He's like
Hey,
Shrek.
Fiona comes around a couple times a month when it's convenient.
Fiona. Shrek and Fiona.
It's real, man.
Donkey.
Donkey, yeah.
Tony's
Donkey.
You just totally gave up on that meeting.
I did. I gave up
Alright.
on the meeting. No, the only reason I brought it up was because
Oh, yeah, the
somebody
meeting.
inboxed me.
Oh, alright.
Lauren,
said
hey,
that
we're talking in Paula.
Jaziel's at that meeting. So I guess if he's gonna try to duck out or whatever, or because TJ Lee said he was there and he gave input, and I was gonna go down there, but people were like, dude, why even go down there? It's just a waste of time.
Right. Well, I do that and let us destroy your show.
Yeah, and
Really?
you guys just destroy my reputation. Not that it could be any more destroyed.
Listen, you can't. Yeah, come on.
So that's
We've
why.
been doing this for how
I
long now, Jordan?
associate with Tony Manhola. So.
Yeah, you can't.
That's why he sent Lauren in to.
Listen,
keep us
but what
upset.
you see is what
He's
you
got
get,
some
though.
24-inch pipes.
That's the best thing about it is what you see is what you get. You don't have to worry about getting bit in the ass sideways or talking bad about you, this or that. You know
what
what
it
I
is?
mean?
You
These other blouses Yeah, I'm talking about the rest of the world besides me. Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out the
Blouses.
camera angle. Camera angle is
Listen.
awful here.
What's the matter? No, what? Jesus.
No, I want to
Hang
get
on.
everybody in the shot. All the
right.
people on YouTube, their number one complaint is that
Tony's head's
they don't get to see Tony enough.
Right. Put him right in there.
You can see Lauren. Lauren just said hi to everybody at home. And there's Counselor Long.
Counselor Long Dong Mahoney.
Hey,
Just threw a California
it's
peace
to my
sign.
other 7 constituents and the president. Blouses.
But yeah, so who knows what's going on. But yeah, Jasiel's supposed to call in. We'll see if he's able to.
Seems like a cool dude.
He does. I heard people on WSR are tearing him up, saying he's young. I think they're all like Sam Sutter.
Yeah, but
like
the guy
plants.
talks like a Harvard graduate. He's very well.
No, he's a smart kid.
Well,
I'll
yesterday.
take
He's a smart kid.
He's got a nice
I
ass.
don't know the kid. He's a smart kid, but
In Lauren's voice, sorry.
Well, oh,
he's definitely a politician. For a young kid, like, he'll have his time.
he's a smart
I don't know him. I'm not a big fan, but...
Yeah, let
Lauren's
speak
trying to
on it.
talk.
No, it's okay. I don't
Hey,
have to.
Now
I'm
she's
just
put on the
saying.
spot.
Are you
and
trying to
she's
talk
hot.
right now, Lauren? You might want to talk into the
I
microphone.
don't like Jasiel,
Right in the
okay?
face.
To people who are out there, I don't know if everybody knows who Lauren is. She's big on the Threw Up in Fall River Facebook page. She's Facebook famous.
Lauren Tanzaloni.
That's not something to be proud of. But
Not in a bad way though,
that's not a bad way.
that I know of.
No,
So, Lauren, could those shorts get any shorter? Or...
never.
All right. If you want to piss, you can just pull to the side and just piss,
Oh,
piss
Lord.
right out the side.
Just like you got all.
Yeah, that's all.
I don't even get that.
Right out the fish eye. You know what I mean? Psst, right into, hey, like what is it? Step Brothers.
Hey, my
put your
father's
foot right on
listening.
the. Hey, put your foot right on the urinal and
Hey,
just piss
my
right
God.
into
My
it.
father's listening to this show.
Oh shit.
Is he? How are you, Mr. Leary?
Sorry, Mr.
I heard you're a
Leary.
great man, Mr. Leary.
Yeah, he
Your
is.
son's a good guy. He's done a
Yes.
lot for me.
We're
Great,
apologizing
great man.
to Jeff's
He's a great
dad.
I
man.
know, right?
No, he doesn't.
But
He's
Mr.
probably-
Leary, yeah,
What do
this
they
girl's
say?
shorts are so short.
Yeah.
How short are they, Tony?
Yeah.
How short are they? I
Ed
don't know.
Sullivan.
I'm counting the pimples on your ass crack. That's how short.
How
they are.
short are they,
Got about 2
Tony?
pimples and a birthmark on her
Watch
left
out for
left
a
ass
shout.
cheek. I'm about to throw a $1 bill in there in a minute.
You sound like Patrick Higgins. Jesus.
Patrick Higgins, who's
Yeah,
that?
just
He
offered
did.
me a damn
He
dog.
did.
Don't
sound
ever
like that.
compare me to a fat, sweaty guy who smells like hot dog juice. How could you even say
Compare
that?
you to
to
what
me?
I'm looking. Never mind.
Wow. Did she just dig at me? Is that-
Bobby just sent
I'm
Lauren
gonna
a
let you.
picture.
I'm gonna give you a pass. Ha, Bobby.
I find that high.
That's
Here come the dick pics.
a bag of dicks.
Oh my lord.
Lauren, here you go. It's a
I
bag of,
Jeff knew that
bag of
without even
ding
looking.
dongs.
I do not appreciate.
Bobby, that was awesome.
Why are you saying?
Hey, Bobby.
This butt's
hey,
for you,
hey,
Lauren.
but
Why is this
seriously,
so veiny?
You and you
I
looks
know.
like you got a little wart problem on the side of
Ooh,
your dick.
there's a Cocoa Puff on that
Oh,
one.
it even comes
Is that a
out.
Cocoa Puff?
Looks like Rice Krispies.
It
Chocolate
even-
Rice Krispies.
Is that a
even-
French tickler?
Oh my goodness.
It even came with a beverage.
It's a bag of ding dongs.
It actually is. Thanks.
Bobby, okay. I think
That's gross. I looked
Yeah.
at that for about 25 seconds too
Hey,
long,
He's
Bobby.
been rubbing his balls looking at it, Bobby, the whole time.
The
He's
fishing
down
pole
there
out there. He's trying to
rubbing one out.
smooth her
I'm checking
over.
right now if I can get a
Hey,
dick
Jordan's
pic.
nudging me like, wow, Tony, that's a pretty good looking one. This is a pretty cool looking one right
Where's
there.
Melvin Gaudette when you need him
Where's Melvin?
for decorum?
He got deployed to Iraq with the other 449
They were like,
soldiers.
listen, buddy, you're going to earn the medals. They threw him on.
He's gonna go talk him to death.
They threw him on an Apache. Him and his daughter.
Strap her with C4 and send
Yeah,
her
we're
into a
going to do
compound.
this. Yeah, make fun. Just tell his daughter they made fun of her father. She'll
Be a
jump
nice-
out there.
Nice giant pink mist in the
Yeah.
wind.
She'll make fun of him. Why do you get on your knees to pray? These guys are dirty.
Yeah, the priest wanted a
Straight
blowjob.
judge them. Hey, judge the Islamic fucking Muslims.
Hey,
Why
that's
these
the
guys
first
so
thing.
such scumbags?
I think we're gonna get a call from Sarah.
Like
we're gonna
who's-
be trashing Muslims.
Yeah, where's where's Rebello, you nut?
Anybody who's out there
She's-
who wants to call in.
Sarah's
I don't
nuts.
know why you would want to do that.
Where's
but
Josh?
Yeah,
Josh is
some
usually
Muslims are
right.
good.
it's 774.
Nah,
The
I
ones
got
with
no
the
problem
99
with him.
virgins.
I got no problem with
Can't
him.
even get the phone number out there. Tony hasn't stopped talking. 49 minutes. Tony hasn't stopped. Tony hasn't inhaled.
Tell me how you really feel.
Jesus.
All right, I'm gonna be quiet.
That's when he usually busts out his Fall
Hey.
River Ojanal for the
He-
week.
I think Jordan just hinted to me I'm talking too much.
Hey, you know what I just
Was
noticed?
it that veiled?
Hey, I just noticed that every time I listen to the show, it's not as fun today.
yeah, it's because Tony's getting too much airtime.
No, because I'm usually at home drinking, listening.
Jeff's
calling
like,
in.
this sucks
Really?
being here.
Do you want to see him make fun of people?
Can't
with
even
me?
drink.
Yeah, I'm sure the show's probably funnier from home.
No.
Oh, let's talk about.
Great, hey,
It's always a
great,
drink
Lauren.
difference.
Let's talk about Sam Sutter's
You're
balls.
cool.
I don't
I
know.
just spit out my gum. You're cool in real life too.
I'm gonna throw my gum at
She's like, it seems a lot funnier when I'm home. This
When
is
I'm not
lame.
next to you.
This is super lame.
Hey, it was like a reaction. The gum fell out. I took mine.
Yeah, when you hear, you get the whole vibe. You get the smells and the,
Yeah, it's too much.
yeah, the
Just
taste.
picture walking out of a room.
You
that-
can taste the
that-
ambient sweat in this
that-
room right now.
That George and this guy who's like 3 of George's.
I gotta go stand outside for a minute. It's getting a little too hot.
You gotta
is
bust
hot.
ass? You
Oh,
gonna
this is when Snafu usually takes an intermission.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, it's fun. Oh, chunky, I'm on things.
Jeff's just a creature of habit, so
Country music.
Jesus, that's not gonna calm Tony down.
I'm gonna go.
Oh, they're both going?
Oh, I'm
Yeah,
gonna
I'm
go
gonna
too. Fuck you.
I can't do it by myself.
What do you mean?
I could try to talk.
All right.
I suck so bad.
I'll come sit with you.
Yeah, well, you interview Lauren.
Yeah,
Oh.
I will try to get Lauren
Let
in.
me.
So now, hey, so hold on. So now Lauren's gonna sit in the only other seat that will block my view.
Really, Diva? Come on.
Listen, I'm
All right,
telling you,
hold on.
Helen Rigo keeps hitting my inbox and says the only complaint she has about the radio show is she doesn't get enough FaceTime.
All right, I can see that. Helen
Of me.
gets the view.
But Jeff's back. That was just a ruse to lock Tony out of the room.
You guys are locking me
Oh my God, we just pulled the oldest trick in the book.
Hey, Jordan tested me. He goes, "Hey, pull the squeak move." Hey, I'm getting pretty good at this.
Yeah, on Jeff's first show. We're gonna change the name of this radio show, Squeaks Anonymous. But yeah, we just pulled the oldest squeak move in the book. We said, hey, yeah, Tony, come on, do what I'm gonna do. And as soon as he follows you, you'll go around the back, come back, and lock him out.
Yeah, I went to get a little ice.
But so yeah, so now that now that Tony's gone.
I stole his chair. and everything.
Hey, sorry, Tony. If you're listening on your little $50 smartphone that you had to buy that you were bitching about all fucking day today, pardon my French or English, whatever it is.
That
But
reminds me of something.
I apologize.
Brings up
really
this
do.
week. My wife actually
Decorum.
damaged her phone. Babe, I know you're listening. We were at Josh
girls are
Silver's
listening.
birthday bonanza.
Oh,
Yeah.
playlist night.
Yep.
Guys
Yep,
are having
and
fun.
we literally tore up. Like, he throws bangers over there on Pine Street because that's the part of
Yeah.
living in that neighborhood.
Gunshot wound,
Yeah.
rounds going over the head.
Yeah, just loud rap music at midnight is like a welcome change. You know what I
I
mean?
like that.
Yeah.
You're like,
it's
wow,
way-
it's early. Usually starts around 4.
Yeah, then they can turn down their individual radios in their houses, and just enjoy because that's what people are doing in that neighborhood anyway. But yeah, so we were. I guess my wife was going to the bathroom. Not to throw an embarrassing story of hers out there, but she was going to the bathroom and her phone fell in the water. So yeah, it sucks. So I guess Tony smashed his screen as well.
I have Tony take stuff out of the toilet in Westport all the time.
Yeah.
I could have sent them over to
I
fix
said,
it.
yeah, so that became an issue. So we started like razzing my wife, and I said, oh, well, was it a number 2? And she had to fire her hand into it. Yeah.
Hey, I was going to say that, but I didn't want to disrespect
Yeah,
your
no,
wife.
I was saying she went so fast. If you go so fast in and out like Bruce Lee, like you
Right.
won't even actually
And was
touch
it-
anything.
And
The
it could
water-
have been like diarrhea too.
Yeah,
so
wouldn't have- yeah.
then you're really screwed. Then you got a shitty phone for the rest of your life.
Exactly.
To her phone still works. She said so. It was not. It was quick. It was lightning quick.
Yes.
All right.
It was a very quick incident, but
So.
then we
Quick
did
insertion.
the whole put it in a bowl of rice thing because clearly
Yeah, they
the
used to do that with
Asians-
heroin.
Well, the Asians
Keep it
developed
fresh.
the phone, so clearly the remedy for their electronics is the most abundant substance that they had. Like, let's just
Yes.
make it so whenever these things break, we just put it in a bowl of rice.
When I broke my toe in the cow field, I put rice on it.
Exactly.
And the thing healed instantly.
Yeah, I just grew a new toe.
Yeah, I got 6 toes now.
Exactly.
Who's on the line?
I don't think we. Oh my god. I might have had it online. There's some feedback out of there. Yeah, if anybody wants to call in, it's 774-357-2132. I'm just gonna start crank calling people. I may
Why
have to.
doesn't Bobby just call?
I may crank call Brian Andre.
Oh, good.
Call out to him.
Could do it.
But yeah, I don't know. We're at a lull here without Tony.
It's called
That's what happens.
George.
No, it's called the tornado effect. Like
Right, yeah.
once he's in and he destroys the entire place, and then you walk out, there's such a vacuum.
You should see him at work, guy. Hey, Hey, he's over there. The guy's like, I got to think about it. And he's like, what do you got to think about? Hey, I got kids to feed. My wife had breast cancer. What do you got to think about?
Yeah. A lot of my friends like that. No, it's so funny you say that.
Oh, shit. Tony's got the K-bar.
Get out of my seat.
Oh,
Hey,
shit.
a lot of my friends have such awful existences that's one of the things that comes up. Like, who are you
What's
to
all this
complain?
shit talk? I come in, my boys, my closest friends are talking
This call is
shit.
screwed.
Hey, I learned that from SNAFU. Sorry.
This call is
Oh, my-
screwed. Tony, you just came back.
What's going on here?
What's up, caller?
What's up, Drew up in Fall River?
Oh man, we were just talking about your birthday bash.
Happy birthday.
Threw up on my liver.
Oh, thank you. Who's that?
It's Tansey.
Oh,
Jeff Leary.
all right.
Tony Mendoza, Lauren Tansey.
Lauren, Jeff.
Sorry, I sound like a female because I did Pimenta yesterday. I'm still
Yeah,
working
no,
the voice
everybody.
kinks out.
No, know what it is? We had him pretending like he was a city councilor because he sounds just
Right to
like
my
one,
head.
and everybody was calling in thinking it was Pat Casey.
So we was just talking shit. What just happened here?
I don't
Not
know.
changing. We're not gonna digress. Yeah, I want to know what happened. What you guys talking about?
What, you couldn't get it on your smartphone?
No, what?
Your dumb phone?
Yeah.
Hey,
Just because you got a
dumb Portuguese, you're
smartphone
pretty
doesn't make
smart.
me smart. Yeah. This phone does not make me smart.
No, we just talked.
Came out.
What's that, buddy?
Did anybody see this list that just came out?
What's
No,
it? No, what is
Schindler's
it?
List.
A hit list?
The
Yeah.
Blouser list.
No, the top 100 earners in the city of Fall River.
Come on. What's that today, Josh?
Are you on the list, Josh?
Just put it up on Facebook.
Who did?
Aaron Frechette from the Herald News.
Yeah, he breaks a lot of. Oh man, Lauren
So
just
what
gave him an eye roll.
I already know who's on that list.
Get that.
That cop. He's like 10
The
feet
top
tall.
paid
He's like the
employee
freaking number 2 earner. You know what I'm talking about.
Lauren says she knows one of the guys. He's a really tall guy. What's he always doing details? How you-
Of course, Aaron. You know
Ooh,
what I'm
Racine?
talking about. He's been there doing 20 years.
Hey, yeah, the best part, yeah, the last 2 years. Hey, and they get their pension based on their last 2 years.
Yeah, but let me clarify. Their pensions, I don't believe, are rolled into details. But that goes back to what we've been saying, Josh, about, like you had Dave Mead when I was getting into earlier, but I was interrupted.
Hey, how come you're not at the city
Well,
council
Tony.
meeting?
Tony just gets beat up on
What's
all the
going
time.
on? Why,
No, but
you're talking shit again.
no,
I don't even know when you're talking shit. What's Jeff doing?
Josh,
Doing stupid.
Josh,
What's going on here?
I almost cried last night when Dave Mead said, "I don't have a job." And he kind of paused and he says, "This is getting sickening already." And I've been saying that, right? Like Dave Mead, I said last night, I said, you find literally the poorest, saddest. I'm not saying this is Dave, but you find the poorest, saddest sack in Fall River. They're taking more money from that person and they're giving it to these people who do make. And I understand if they're making, like Dawn Charette said that. She said, "Oh, my husband works 70 hours a week," and yeah, he probably does. You know what I mean? But he's also clearly being like compensated. You know what I mean? And I used to do those details.
We were talking about it today.
Yeah, they're getting like $34 an hour.
So who's the top earner?
What was that, Josh?
In the city, gross, is the fire chief.
He makes the most?
How much?
Yep. Take one guess how much.
I can't even
200.
believe it.
110,000.
200.
More.
What?
Jeez,
More
I
than
should have been a fire
200?
chief.
No, I said
2 and a quarter. A quarter
Wait,
mil.
wait, hold up. Let me ask you a question, Josh. Is this just salary, or are you talking insurance and?
Salary.
Wow.
Kickbacks.
Gross. The fire chief makes $237,000.
Quarter of a million. Just
way.
short of $250,000.
I don't believe that.
5 firefighters.
I don't believe that.
Wow.
Chief, I'm sorry, not chief. James Machado, a police officer, he makes $197,000.
What?
I saw him after your birthday.
What, are they shaking down crack
I
deals?
went to Doyle's and he was doing the detail. He was earning some of that cash.
Wow.
You go way down to get to Chief Racine.
Holy
Salary
shit.
is $183,739.
Is that a seagull? What was
Hey,
that?
Josh, though.
It was a seal.
Isn't, like, when they do details for private companies,
squeak
don't the
sound.
private companies pay the city of Fall River and they get
Yeah,
paid through
that's
the
what it-
paycheck?
yeah, 'cause my
So some of that
company used to
money
do that.
isn't all from the bag.
Yeah, listen, my company we used to pay details, Josh. My company.
I just played.
We did gas.
I just
hey,
played an ad to register for BCC.
We did we do gas work. Well, we used
Don't.
to.
I went-
And we would
I
pay
did
our
it.
details instead of flagmen. We would pay details specifically. We'd pay them. It was $34 an hour. Actually, we paid more than that. The town would get so much. It would be like 40, and the town would get so much, and the cop would get like they make $34 an hour on a detail. if I'm not mistaken. It ranges from Taunton to Fall River, anywhere from like 35 to 32.
What's that?
In the top 46, okay?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Only 9 people out of the top 46 aren't police officers.
Really? Wow.
Yep.
And when you get down to number 46,
Fucking.
that person's still making, that's the school department, number 46. The high, that's still, you're still at 120,000.
Yep.
Well, they should lay off the top earners then.
Wow.
Every person
Top 30.
on the top 100 makes
Holy
100,000.
shit.
Well, I guess their explanation would be if you did that, it'd be like the Lord of the Flies, like no one would be in charge.
Let's just draw the number 13th, right?
Oh man,
Joe
Tony's got
Texera.
shots in front of him. He's
Joe
breaking it down.
Texera.
Oh, Jesus.
138,921.34 cents. Not bad, Zan Teixeira. Holy shit. If I had your money, I'd burn mine.
I guess he's not living on Tecumseh Street.
Yeah, no shit. Fucking crooks.
So hold on. In a period of time, and that's something else I want to get
This
into.
is millions of dollars on here.
Yeah, of course. So we have
46 people. We got about.
what's the police?
Looking at it?
Josh, Tony
I'm
is.
looking.
Yeah, Tony is. What's the
gonna
the police department budget? Is it like 20 million? I think.
It's like 18, 19 million.
Yeah.
Sorry, hon.
So basically, you know, in this time when they're telling us that, you know, we're all gonna be having our houses burnt down, and you know what I mean. There's not gonna be any cops. They're all bringing home that amount of money.
Yeah, it's pretty shocking, actually.
And it goes to what you said last night about this whole idea of extortion. How, you know what I mean? Everybody's saying that there's no money to go around. And what about Wayne Rigo and Faust when they're like, oh, there's no fat to trim? You know what I mean? Like we're cut to. Does that sound like we're cut to the marrow to you, Josh?
No.
I'd rather get Dave Mead, right, making, I don't know, $15 an hour patrolling Columbia Street.
Let me just say this: all those people have outlived their welcome. Like they need to be laid. They need to be retired. They need to be forced retired. Not even an option. Like, listen, here's your options. We're gonna, you know what I mean? You're taking your pension now. You know what I mean? Get rid of them. Hey, because you get rid of them, you get a new jack in there for half the price of third.
So
you know what I mean? Start them over. There should be like a.
Now that you say that,
Because they're just gonna sit there on the tit and just like milk that out of dry, man. That's retarded.
Yeah. So the fire chief, I don't even understand though, Josh.
I didn't think that this many police officers made that much money.
It's yeah.
I would have figured that. But hey, let me ask you this: so the fire chief. My question is, how can the fire chief gross that much? Because according to his salary, he makes like what, like 140, 150. How does he come up with another $100,000?
Yeah, I don't know.
That's gotta be fucking.
Those are accounting tricks.
He's probably not even that. He's probably those details. He's probably.
They don't
he's
do
probably
many.
I know, but he's probably whatever he does do.
Yeah, I would like
he's
to.
doing
I'd like
some
to
extra
see that.
shit
No,
and knocking down. Like,
I'll tell you right now how he gets it. He probably gets. I don't know if they get this, but he may have like an educational stipend. I know he'll get like
guaranteed.
longevity, maybe some sort of hazardity, some
have a
training,
stipend.
all this stuff. It's all these stipends, but
Yeah.
an extra $100,000.
That's a lot of money. I know. How do you? How do you?
He
account for
himself, like you're saying, if he makes $230, and if he was to magically go away, if he retired or whatever.
that? You get someone in there for half.
Yeah, but
at
the
least.
problem is they're gonna pay. You know, they're gonna bring in some other guy. He's gonna make the exact amount. Where, and if you had a guy, because they already make like 60 grand. You know what I mean, on the low end.
Yeah, but how long? How old is he? How long's he been on the?
The only point I wanted to
firefighting?
get
How
out
long's he been on the?
Is he's
the force
basically
there?
he's the cost of about 4 firefighters.
How long's he been working though? Is what
Oh,
I'm saying.
30 years.
All right, so what you basically want to say is after 22 years, they got to go. Like, they do it at the gas company. Like, they offer them. They got, like, either a pension.
Oh, he's offered it,
They
too.
got, you can get, like, $500,000. I know the gas company guys, it's less. But they get offered, they get, like, $500,000. They take taxes out of it, obviously. They probably get about $370 or something, $350 or $340.
Yeah.
But they would buy him out, you know what I mean, on their pension.
So this guy could walk tomorrow if he wanted. He could retire. But I mean, and here's the other thing too. He's making $230, and I don't know this personally, but I don't imagine he's like grabbing a fire hose. And
No.
you know what I mean? Like he's probably
He
not
could
even
work part-time. I mean, he could take his pension or
So
whatever.
let me just. I understand all the arguments from the other side, right? right?
Yeah.
And hopefully, if there's any firefighters listening and they
Yeah,
want to
call
call
in,
in
man,
and
please.
shoot us straight. But so this guy, this is literally what it is, right?
Yeah.
If this guy isn't in the business anymore of actually fighting fires, right? He's an administrator, so he's probably more of budgeting and running the department as an executive, right?
I don't
for the
see him
city.
getting paid not doing something.
So
like,
he
serious.
does that, right? Which, if you look at it in the
The
grand
Alan
scheme of things,
Greenspan of
Yeah.
fire.
you could get a
I mean?
kid from business school to do that.
Yeah.
To the administrative side, right? And you could take that salary and hire at least
What do you think,
3
Josh?
more
Is Josh
firefighters.
still on?
Yeah, he is.
Josh, what do you think, Josh?
I'm just listening.
Well, what do you think? What would your answer be? Like Jordan just threw out his little hypotheses. What do you think? What would you do?
As far as what?
As far as like, if you had
Yeah.
to make a decision on like laying this guy off.
Yeah, if you were the
how would you
mayor,
take-
Josh.
How would you take the next case on? That would be, you know what I mean? If once they get, and you know what I mean, you just can't afford to keep him around. I mean, that's what I think.
What do you think, Josh?
I'm not saying he's like.
Well, I mean, there's obviously money here. At the point we're in the city, it'd be nice if they could share the sacrifice to maybe take a little pay cut. So
Fuck
we're
it,
not gonna get
230.
everybody getting
Can
laid
you
off.
think you can sacrifice a little bit?
Hey,
230.
Josh, there was no Meg Mayo Brown wasn't on. She must have been on that list, right? Does she?
Yeah, she's actually number 4, 175. She's
Oh,
actually
so she
the
doesn't
They list
gross.
their weights?
She doesn't gross any much more than her contract. Then
Yeah, no.
It must
But
be. I guarantee
it's
that's a
just
public safety thing.
Unbelievable
Yep.
how much these people are making. It's
Yeah.
unbelievable.
While they're saying that our houses are going to burn down. Hey, that guy goes up there though, Josh. Hey, that guy goes up there every time he goes to the city council. He says, that we're dangerously understaffed, and he's making 230.
Yeah. Why don't he make as much as 2 firefighters, right? Because he's the chief. Get a
Sounds
double
good.
share, like a captain
Which
of a
would be
boat.
around like 120.
Hey, hire 3 more guys and throw them in a. You know what I mean?
Yeah, in the
And
fire,
That's a half
literally.
of a house.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, throw them in the fire. No,
Yeah.
but
Tony's
like,
trying to get a raise.
you
over
could
here.
fill up half the house. You know what I mean? Half the firehouse. What do you need? 5 guys, 6 guys?
That's nuts.
You know what I mean? That's a half a. You know what I mean? That's a half a shift right there. I'm
Yeah.
assuming for one firehouse.
One house,
How many
probably.
guys? Yeah. How many guys? What do they keep? Like 6, 10 guys in there.
I think there's.
I mean, like on that, like during dead hours, like because
Yeah, I don't know. I honestly
At
don't
least
know how
6,
they do the
7
staffing.
guys,
I'll
I'm
have
sure,
to talk. I'll have to talk to.
just
I
curious.
got somebody
the
message.
criteria,
Somebody
you know?
just messaged me and said that keep in mind those are the 2014 numbers, and they're obviously increased.
Yeah.
And that's the problem, Josh. This current scenario is they all go up every year. You know what I mean? And when they cut, so Sam started saying, "Oh, we may have to cut between 1 and 5." All those people will still make the same amount of money, if not more.
Cutting the bottom end dudes that actually do the work.
Yeah. So again, it's not an efficient, effective way to run a business. You know what I mean? Like if a a company, a corporation, Josh, or you even, if you had, you know what I mean? If you had to make some cost cutting decisions, and you're like, hey, I'm faced with guys who make. Oh, I got the mayor. Hold on. Yellow. Hello.
Hello.
Jasiel. Hello.
Hello.
Yellow. Hello.
Is that Jasiel?
I don't know if he can hear me.
I think we
What'd
lost
you
I
him.
might have lost
Did
him.
you get
I think
Leo
we
to
lost
call
him.
in?
I
as
did.
Jason?
I might not have too
Nah.
much. Josh, let me let you go. I'll see if I'll get
Yeah,
Jasiel
let
to
go.
call in. All right, buddy. But yeah. So if there's people listening out there, let's see if you can hold calling, and I'm gonna try to see if I get Jasiel to call in. Yeah, he said he called in. Don't mind me. I'm just gonna see if I get him to call in the main line. So we can ask him about those numbers. I'm sure he was listening, and maybe he wasn't. This is the most popular radio show. We got 45,000 listeners right now across
I know,
the
and
East Coast.
we're just rising.
We got Earl in Texas. We got Joey in Japan.
Yeah,
and
we've basically stolen all the
Yeah,
snafu.
all
listener
Georges.
base.
Yeah, we George.
and
Thanks
a
for your
homeless
listeners.
guy from Canada.
I know.
RB Tree's cousin.
George, yeah. Remember that? Remember that day? Remember when we started this and George started grabbing up all the prime
Might be
time?
him. This might be him. Yellow.
Yo.
Hey, Jordan. This is Jasiel.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, Jasiel.
How are you?
Good.
Who else is there?
We got my co-host Tony's in the house, and we got Jeff Leary, who
What's
was
going on,
posing.
Jasiel?
He was posing as your colleague last night, Steve Long. You sound
Good
just
job
like
last night, young man. Good job.
And we also got Lauren Tansey in the studio.
Hi, Jasiel.
And we got Lulu.
All voters here. All voters,
Oh, yeah.
Jasiel.
Good. Well, I hope that I can earn your vote over the next couple weeks.
Well, let me ask you, Jasiel. We were just so you kind of know what you're getting into. Josh Silver just called in, and he's running for city council. So, who knows if you were to get in for mayor, he may be working with you in November. Let me ask you this question: would you be when you run? Because you've already announced that you're going to be running for mayor. You haven't formally came out and did it, but it's gotten out to the media. Are you going to not seek re-election for the council? Because I don't know if anyone's even asked you that question yet.
Yeah, no, very fair question.
Yep.
I'm not going to be. I don't think I could devote the proper time to both.
Yep.
I mean, I'll be honest with you. It was a consideration. I know
Yep.
a lot of people say, "Oh, it looks bad if you run for both and all that," and that may be the case.
Yeah, who cares?
I'll do it.
Yeah, absolutely. You listen, Jay-Z, you shoot for the stars, land on the moon. Worst case scenario. You know what I mean?
Right.
Well, let me thanks for clearing that up because that's Lauren's eyes will like rolling like she's upset that we're gonna lose a good counselor. But let me ask you this.
Well, you're not. You're gonna gain a.
There you go.
That's what's up. That's awesome.
Let me ask you this, Jasiel. So what we were talking about was, I guess, the Herald News. Frechette from the Herald News just posted something online about these the top 100 earners or whatever, and he was just saying that the fire chief grosses $230 per year.
I saw that, and I mean, I got a call to City Hall tomorrow because I did not know that. I was not aware that he was grossing $237,000 a year.
It's crazy, right?
I don't know how that is even possible.
Let me ask you, like literally, Jasiel, how is that possible when you vote on the budget yourself, right? And you see the line, because I've looked at the budget since 2007, and you see these line items. So I know that this is like the stuff that goes on. You don't actually see the numbers. And I know it was an issue with sanitation when we were saying, is it cheaper to privatize the trash collection, when they were giving you basically numbers that were like half the actual cost, as we're seeing now with this $10 fee.
Right.
So how do you? I don't even literally. Are you gonna call in? Who'd you be calling? This Noons character that people were pillorying last night?
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna be calling Kathy Ann to see what the deal is with this.
Yeah.
I may even call the fire chief myself and just say, what is up with this? I mean, this is outrageous. I mean, he's making, triple, almost triple what an average fireman would make.
Now, did you read that whole list, Jasiel? This is Tony.
I've begun. I got on page 1.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be adding up all the millions of dollars in those high salaries.
You're the only guy in there, Jay-Z, I gotta say that I got some respect for, you know what I mean? To make it through there, from what you've been through, like the whole thing with Jordan and you held character. No, because that's a tough position to be in, you know what I mean? And I gotta give you credit, you know what I'm saying?
That does remind me, Jasiel, because
I call him as I see him. I could be tough, but listen, you're in a serious, if someone's in a position and they carry themselves with some dignity and some honor, which runs real thin around these parts. But you do, and I'm not gonna, I'm not here to bust your balls and ask you stupid questions. I respect what you're doing, and you know what I mean, and you earn that respect, because you know what I mean. Some people be like, Tony, why wouldn't you get on him? Because you know what? There's nothing to get on you about. You know what I mean? You've been doing a good job. What's wrong with I got this girl over there, Jason.
Lauren's trying to choke.
She's throwing a hissy fit.
Lauren's trying to choke him out.
I'm quite curious.
Let me ask you this, Jasiel, because one of the things that this is all my opinion now, right? And since we started doing even the TV show last summer and everything, Tony comes on the show, and a lot, even the recallers and whatnot, which Tony wasn't really technically a recaller, but we've been called, right, myself included, thugs and scumbags and bullies and all this stuff. So, but we also vote. You know what I mean? And I don't know.
Who's a bully?
Yeah, I just want to ask you, because
thug.
We're all voters, right? So, and I like to think, Jasiel, why people tell me, you should speak, you should have a better delivery and whatnot. But I also know that this isn't like the Hamptons, you know what I mean? And there's more people that speak like me and Tony in Fall River than people who speak like Carol Fiola say, you know what I mean?
Right.
So I don't know, because you come off as you went to PC, you're a smart kid. Even I've read articles in the Herald News about you since you were 13 or something with the Bowl Coalition.
Yeah, I mean, I've been part of this community since I was 13. I mean, there's no doubt that I have been ingrained in this community, from a young age.
Yeah.
Talking about the drug abuse issue in this community, that's something that I take very seriously. I mean, I have a younger sister. She's she's going to be going to college next year. But those are concerns that I have. What does she do? After school, when she's with her friends, those kind of things. Those
Good
are things
questions.
that people care about. And this is a community where, even when I grew up, there was nothing for young kids to do. you know, and they get trapped in a lot of different problems.
I hit
That's
that
the
right.
issue. I mean, you talk about community. We don't even have a movie theater. Come on.
You're right. Hey.
And that all goes back to economic development and attracting the right type of businesses to the city of Fall River, which is something I do every single day.
Hey, in a movie theater, that's not like you're asking for a lot. We should just have a movie theater in general. Like, I remember as a kid going to Harbor Mall, and like you were apt to get into fights there, like play at the arcade and shit. You know what I mean, Jasiel? Like, to be honest with you, you know. But listen, like you said, we don't even have a movie theater. Never mind programs for kids.
Now I hear that a lot from people about, and there's not a lot for the kids to do, whatnot. My question is this, Jasiel.
Sure.
Like when you talk about the drug stuff, because when I think of these things, right, I think of it through the people that I know, my family, my friends, people who have died. You know what I mean? Even as a police officer, I got a call one time that like one of my friends OD'd. You know what I mean? And I don't like, because I look at, I'll tell you like completely honest, right? Like I try to beat to everybody. When I look at you, I see a kid who's like, you know, you got your own business, right? Well-spoken, educated guy. Because I see a lot of class issues in Fall River, you know what I mean? It's like, especially with like, some of the politicians and whatnot. So I don't know if you specifically, because when I hear about like the drug experience and whatnot, and I know you did the Bold Coalition thing, have you had any friends that you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, the people in your family who have like firsthand experience with these problems, the social problems in Fall River?
Absolutely. There's a lot. You know, and that's something that I honestly believe almost every single person in Fall River knows someone or a family that has had something
affected or something by addiction. Yeah.
There's no doubt about it. I mean, I really believe that. But I'll tell you, personally, I've had friends. I know people today in Fall River that I grew up with.
Yep.
That I'll be honest with you. I don't speak to them anymore just because we lost touch. We lose contact with people over the years. But I know they're struggling. I know that they've fallen into addictions. And you know, you try your best to help them. You try your best to talk to people that can help them. I'm still a board member. I'm a board member over at Star. And we always look.
Nice.
I'll tell you, Nancy Paul.
We got to get you in here, Jasiel.
Well, let me ask you this, Jasiel. The follow-up that begs to be asked is: so, what if you do get in, you become the mayor? Which I don't want to see Sutter stay in there. I think he's a liar. I think he's very lazy. At least like to say what he's done with the budget and whatnot. I haven't seen him do any changes.
He just went up 3 more notches with me. I didn't know you remember on Star.
Yeah,
the board. That's awesome.
If you get in though, and with all this experience with Star and whatnot, what would you do? Any ideas to address the drug stuff?
Absolutely. And I've been thinking about this and talking about it literally for 5 to 6 years now.
Yep.
The city has to, the city is not the best at everything, right? We know that.
Yeah.
Yep.
We know the city in many cases.
What city is
terrible at a lot of different things.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to leave it up to the people that are the experts. So you need to bring people in like Nancy Paul, the CEO of Star. That woman goes around the world to talk about the Star facility and the Star mentality and the things that they do at Star. That's amazing.
Yep.
She's brought delegations from Russia here because Russia has such a...
I remember that. Yeah, they went out to Russia, too.
Yeah.
Remember Ramon from Maple Gardens?
Yep.
A kid we grew up with, Jasiel, in Maple Gardens, a Spanish kid. He's a good friend of mine, and we actually grew up with the kid. He works for the Star organization, and he got sent to Russia. He was part of that. He went over there to see how they do things. They brought people here. But I think that's great that you're on the board. Believe me, I think it's more of like where the police need to get on the board. They should have an officer on the board.
The smaller things that we can do. Now, from the top down for prevention and actual inpatient and outpatient services, I would want to bring in experts like Nancy Paul. That's the first thing.
Mm-hmm.
To address the problem. Because I'll tell you, I'm not an expert. I'm not going to be able to figure it out by myself. But there are smaller things. I was just talking to people today about this. You go to other communities. I go down to Washington, D.C. a lot. And one of the things that they do with their police cars, instead of having them sit at the police station, just in the police station,
Yep.
Their cruisers there are parked at hotspots.
Yep.
Right? So we know where there are drug hotspots.
Yep.
We know where there are problem hotspots. They're parked just with the parking lights on, on the actual, instead of flashing, just the parking lights on. That reduces crime by 30, 40, 50%, depending on where and the type of community it's in. So that's the kind of stuff we got to be creative, and that's not going to cost any more money to park a police car that has a dashboard camera.
And I'll tell you from experience, Jasiel, not to cut you off, right, but I'll tell you from experience as a former police officer, I know the FRPD, at least when I was there, they basically, I don't know if they have like a structural policy to do that, but, guys do that. You go into the worst area and you park there. And I guess it's about, like you said, being visual. People can see you and they're going to kind of hopefully curb. But let me ask you this. my specific take on this drug stuff, I'll campaign a little bit right now. I prefer, you see, it's like 43% of the city is Portuguese. I look at, it's been like 10, 11 years now, the decriminalization in Portugal and the positive developments there. My personal, if I were ever given authority in the city, that's the direction that I would want to go. So I don't know. That's my problem. When I hear law enforcement strategies, me personally, I'm looking at it from the direction of curbing this war on drugs. And you're a young guy. You're 23 years old. You know what I mean? So I can imagine, I just hope that the generations coming up behind us have seen, decades since Nixon, how this has failed. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, I mean, that's certainly a great idea, Jordan. I would agree with you on that.
Yep.
That's definitely something that's at the state level. I mean, unfortunately, the city doesn't really have an authority to do that. You know what I mean? Which is unfortunate, but that's just the case.
Well,
that's just the way it is.
Yeah, now Jasiel, let me, because again, my opinion, I feel that the Fall River Police, and you're seeing this because TJ, right, had on somebody, they were talking about this Gloucester new policy where the police say, if you walk in, they'll give you treatment. They're not going to charge you with a crime. So they're kind of going that direction. But then the DA, right, the law enforcement, the courts, the criminal system basically said, listen, you can't just, it's kind of like, I guess, like the federal response to marijuana saying, hey, we're not going to enforce the law. You know what I mean? But I think there are things in this community. So say net school spending, right? Mm-hmm. If people are going to wait around for the Massachusetts legislature from all around the state to change the state laws to solve problems for Fall River, I don't think that's ever going to happen because Fall River has like diametrically opposed interest than the rest of the state. You know what I mean? Like it looks like we're being used as like a dumping ground, and they don't really care what happens down here. So I almost say let's govern our own community, right? Let's fight them on everything. You know what I mean? Yeah. And go, because with the law enforcement angle from the state, you don't really deal with state police too much. They're few and far between in the city. You deal with the FRPD. So if you, as the mayor, you put in a chief who's going to write policies that are going to be, treating drug abuse as a public health issue, as opposed to throwing people in jail, warehousing them, making them become more violent. I'm just in your ear right now because you're on my radio show and you may be the mayor. You know what I mean?
And another thing is, I think it's not all black and white where the war, like a war on drugs. It's not a war on drugs. That's, you know what I mean? It's a whole gray area. There's a moral. Listen, people get it twisted because it's a moral. It's like a. How can I put this? Like they basically try to
demonize people.
Yes, there's a moral fucking biasm. You know what I mean? Like.
Tony's at a loss.
It's like I'm trying to get like this word out of my head. But putting cop cars in hot spots, I'm gonna tell you right now, what it does stop is it's not gonna stop like drug. I'll tell you what, it wouldn't stop me from copping.
I don't know if anything will stop the drug use.
No, like back in the day. But I will say this: it's definitely apt to stop violent crime. You know what I'm saying? Like, people aren't going to shoot someone if they see a cop car there. You're probably not going to see a stabbing out there. But as far as regular drug stuff, I mean, listen, it's a sickness.
You can't stop it. You can't stop it in jail.
If it wasn't for the moral outlook on it, like, and I'll go back. I had a kid tell me the other day. He called me, and this kid's active, right, doing drugs, and he went to go and buy needles or whatever, right? Mm-hmm. And he's like telling me about these two things. He actually told me to bring it up on the show.
Yep.
It was like these two spots. He went in with an ID, and one spot said they didn't have him for sale, and the other spot they didn't like his ID. And he's like, "Listen, man."
For hypos?
Yeah. He's like, listen, two places in the city. You know what I mean?
So that's a good.
I guess a CVS and a Rite Aid. Yeah. The Rite Aid, and he told me, he's like, I hope this isn't some moral high ground you're standing on.
Yep.
Saying you don't have him here. You know what I mean? Yeah. And the dude's
like,
no,
the difference is in Canada they have places where you can go shoot up. They have an RN.
And the other lady at the other spot was like, your ID is this and that, and he flipped on. He's like, listen, why do you think they passed this legislature, like, to stop disease? Mm-hmm. Like, get off your moral high horse, because your son, your cousin, your cousin's wife, your son's, you know what I'm saying?
Well, you're gonna stop the spread of infectious disease.
It's like it's a whole moral
Jasiel,
it's a moral double-edged sword.
We're kind of going in on. So basically, we're not gonna expect to see you on stage singing "Lean on Me," and then that's a wrap.
Right.
Jason, when you gonna come into the show?
You want me to come in?
Yeah, man. Seriously. Hey, listen, no.
Don't do it, Jasiel.
Listen, if you want, Hey, I give you my word. Like, you wouldn't even have to worry. But like, usually, like, we had Earl Gaudette and he had a Pearl, and I had to go easy on him because I just disagreed with the whole metal thing.
He calls that going easy. on Earl.
Aside from that, but I got no qualms with you. I'm actually a supporter of Jasiel Correa. Like out of anybody in there,
something. I mean, the thing is,
you're the one wall we're gonna leave up in the house that we knocked down.
Some more time next week. But the problem is next Wednesday we do have the budget hearing around that time. So
Yeah. Hey, let me ask you on that quickly, Jasiel. What do you think about dedicating 3 days to $270 million? What's that about? How are you gonna vote? Hey, listen. Do you have? Let me ask you this. Do you have like this supreme feeling like, yeah, I'm one of 9 people, and we spend $270 million in 72 hours? Like, how does that not go to your head? Because I've heard the criticism that people have said, oh, Flanagan was young, he went corrupt, like, this kid's young, you know what I mean? Money and power, and, like, do we have to worry about that? Like, am I going to be recalling you in 5 years, bro? What's going on here?
No, that's not going to happen. I'm telling you right now, if I become mayor of the city, it'll be the most transparent, real transparency. It'll be the most involved
God bless
I've
you.
ever seen. And the reason is, you just look at what I've already done on the city council. You know, when people ask me about the age factor, I say, look at the current city council. Look at the 9 members that are there.
Yep.
Look at the different ages. I mean, you got, from 23 to 80, whatever, 80, 85 or something like that.
Yeah.
And everything in between. Then you have to look at the levels of maturity, the level of leadership, the type of leadership, the articulation, the thoughtful questions, all that. So I believe I've already disproven that age is not a factor in government just by the year and a half that I've been serving this community.
Yep.
That's what I believe.
Let me ask you a question, Jasiel, real quick. Because you say about transparency, we heard that, like, ad litem from Sutter. We know that's a total hoax, right? Yep. So there's this, you just have to trust the guy ultimately. I'm gonna give you, like, you thought you were just gonna call in here and just be in charge, like, just be involved in this, like, random wacky thing, right? I'm gonna give you some advice, a good policy, right? From Tony Mendoza. This is going to be on my platform.
Oh, yeah.
But I just wanted
I was
to
just
give you the
thinking
heads
that.
up.
Yeah, tell him. This was my idea, Jasiel.
This idea about transparency, right? So that's what I'm saying. People will say, like, oh, Tony Mendoza, he's just a loud jerk. You know what I mean? He's a moron. He's on the show one day. We're talking about transparency, and he starts bringing up jail policies, right? Like, from experience now, right? And that's what I'm saying. If you've never been to jail, Jasiel, like me and you, I've only had like a 24-hour stint, whatnot, you know what I mean? If you've never been to jail, you don't have those experiences, right? Tony says, well, in jail, they have these computers where you can go online and look up case law, look up, like, you know what I mean, books and whatnot. And he said, dude, if they really want to be transparent, they should have the budget, all the department accounts right in the city hall lobby on a computer for the
Put
public.
5 computers down there, 5 or 10. We can afford
and
it.
And just
you know what I mean?
constantly open up the books. And I've heard criticism by people like Dan Batella on his trash floor saying, oh, some of this stuff is proprietary. Like, I don't agree with that. If a business wants to do business with the government, then you just basically...
We need to know what's going on.
Yeah, you forfeit your right to privacy.
The government is the people. They represent the people.
Or you don't get the job, you know what I mean? What do you think?
I mean, I agree with you. I agree with you on that. I mean, there's no doubt about it. I mean, you need... I don't want to go into too much detail on my plan yet, guys. I mean, I'm slowly releasing it as we go.
Yep.
There was a couple things today in the newspaper about what I'm going to be doing. You need somebody that's going to be engaged in this community and that actually cares about the community. Where, ever since I was a kid in this community, a really young kid, I'm not just talking about, people call me a kid every day, but I've always looked at how can this community improve. This community, it's overused, right? The word opportunities, it's untapped potential, etc. But there truly is all that here. You just have too many self-preservationists, too many self-serving people who can't get out of their own way, but continue to be in office or in city government, where they've just created a bloated, self-feeding, self-interested government.
Yeah, Jasiel. I had a guy come up to me last night, right? And he's like, hey, I didn't know this guy through a hole in the wall. He says, I have millions of dollars of property in this city. And he says, I support you for what? He said, oh, you're running for city council? I said, yeah. He says, oh, my name's whatever. Shook hands. I support you. And then he wanted to start going through policies and whatnot. And I said basically the same thing you said. I said, as a libertarian, Jasiel, I say, if you really want to help the city improve, the people in charge have to get out of the way. So I could even throw this back at you. Like, when I saw that talk about the tables on the sidewalk, right? And like, oh, do we really want? I saw a lot of like people worried about control over like licenses, and I'm thinking if anybody wants to do something different and shake it up, and we shouldn't want people to have to come in like with their pockets open to the city council and get a a license every year or whatnot. You know what I mean? Like I'm for, hey, you put your money into it, your skin. You're an entrepreneur. You know what I mean? Like you put your skin in the game. You know what I mean? Like we should be helping these people, not hindering them. And it seems like we're hindering them at every corner. You know what I mean?
Oh, we are. One of the things that I do in my private business, and I do a lot of different things in the community. But one of the things that I do is for my application business, Snow Owl. We take in investor money. That's what we do. So I go to investors and I say, hey, I need $100,000, $500,000 for X, Y, and Z. And I say exactly what we're going to spend the money on. I don't go in there and say, hey, we need this for that and that, and sometimes it may be salaries.
Yep.
And, we're going to put this in this account. No. But then, the difference between my company, and I believe this truly, and like a city or a lot of different people is I spend the money as if it were my money. Because I always tell people, and I truly believe this too, it's a lot easier to spend someone else's money than your own.
Of course.
So you need somebody that's going to create a budget where you're spending it. Anyone that works with me, any of my team will tell you that I can be very stingy.
Well, that's good.
Other people's money, because you have to be.
Yeah.
And that's the problem. And then I want to get back to the salary thing too, because again, there's going to be a fundamental difference between a Correa administration, my administration, and the Sutter administration. You have this list of salaries, and I consistently have said, and I don't know if you know, but today I committed to taking a 25% pay cut.
Wow.
Nice.
Day one.
Yep.
Day one, 25%. It's a quarter, and then we'll see what happens after that. We'll have to go from how much work it's going to be. But a quarter right now, because I know that's just the right thing to do. The second thing is, I don't believe, like if you go into private business, you build a company, whether it's a landscaping company, an app company, a medical company, whatever it is.
Yep.
You go into private business, you make the investment dollars, you get the investment dollars, you work your butt off to make money, and then you take home $100,000 a year, $500,000, $1 million a year, whatever it is. You worked hard. You had to sell a product. You had to sell a service.
Absolutely.
You made a profit.
Amen.
When you go into city government, or you run for office, and you're making 3, 4, 5, and sometimes 6 times the average Fall River resident salary.
Yep.
Well,
hold on. Hey, if you're talking the fire chief, it's 11 times.
Right. That's what I'm saying. And you're making that much from off the backs of people making an average of $31,000 to $35,000 a year, and you have nothing to show for it over the time that you've been there, such as increase in property values, increase in median average household incomes, increase in test scores for students or graduation rates. There's a serious issue. Like I'm talking, that's a major problem.
Of course.
You are serving the public and not doing your job.
It's like serving in air quotes. You know what I mean? That's what I say. Like how are you? At that point when you're making $230,000, you're not a public servant. You're a mercenary. You know what I mean?
Right.
Jay-Z, I don't even live
You're
in
a
this city,
capitalist.
right? But I'll tell you what, I care enough about it, right? And I see like the corrupt. It's so disgusting, right? That someone that as selfish as I was at one time, right, and all this, and luckily, like felons,
You wouldn't do half
convicted
the
felons,
stuff.
we can vote in Massachusetts, right? Like, listen, I'm willing to like sacrifice my time, right, and make sure that city council gets cleaned up. I don't care holding signs. I'm gonna get everybody like me that I can. That's made better choices than me. That's made worse, but that's all a vote, right? To push all. Just clean that council out. Hopefully, the only one left standing is you and maybe a couple other people holding on to their seats for their life.
Yeah.
Or you get to, you go on to be mayor or something.
Do you think he can take out Sutter? Do you think he could take out Sutter?
I think, I think he could. I think you could. I mean, I think if everybody got their ducks in a row just for the city and put their own selfish interests aside, and like figure out, okay, you're gonna do this. Like if Jasiel's turn to come up now and say you, Josh, and TJ, and some other trusted people that have trust get into the council, and even if Jasiel stays in council, whatever, or goes to the mayor on his platform and just make everything transparent.
Well, I want to along that point, Jasiel. I've been telling people again, like
be a power of example for every other city in this state.
From
and just
what I
turn
know,
it around 180.
From what I know about the state government, like the state government has more power than the federal government because the federal government has few enumerated rights, and through 200 years, they've expanded it so much that they basically control everything. But the city government, like I was saying earlier, if you get a majority on the council and a mayor, all in there, all good people, all on the same page, I tell people this, and I'm not, this isn't slogan stuff when Will Flanagan walks around the Fall River and he says this is the greatest place on earth, right? I'm saying you could literally change the laws and the policies and make this place like the best place to live in Massachusetts. And if it works, because here's the thing, if people get in, like even if you got on as mayor, right, and some people got on in the city council, that's just step one, and then you have to bring results. You have to lead from that point.
Of course.
But with that, if we did get a majority, like I said, 5 people on that council, 1 person on the mayor, everybody doing the right thing, like you said, not self-interest, for like not just for the cronies who historically have all the power in the city, right? For the regular average people, if we did that, you could, literally, Fall River would be the best place to live.
And whoever's left's going to be worth keeping, or they're going to be holding on for their life. You know what I mean? Because it's going to be such a change, and change is uncomfortable for everybody, especially when you're giving up money that you've been stealing and whatever. You know what I mean, Jason? I'm not trying to put you on the spot, but I'm sure you've seen things, and I'm not even gonna. But the bottom line is you know what?
I do have to run to another meeting.
Yep. Yeah, we're out of time.
Thank you,
anyway.
Jasiel.
Hey, I do want to come in.
We want you.
We'll do the whole hour or whatever.
Yeah, that'd be great. Hey, let me say, Jasiel, you're going on tomorrow night on Necessary Media with Mike DeOliveira?
I am.
Calling in? All right, awesome. Yeah, that's good. So we'll listen then, too.
Yeah,
and,
absolutely.
if you ever have time to come in, that'd be great. And
Every Wednesday, 6 to 7:30, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, man.
Okay.
Take care. Have a good night. Thanks
Be
for coming
good,
in.
Jasiel.
Bye,
Peace. Keep up
Jasiel.
the
Take
good
care.
work.
Peace.
Thank you.
That's good. And I want to say one thing, too, because,
He's a
like...
good kid, man. He's not a kid. You know, he must be like that whole kid thing. He must go.
That
That would aggravate me, but
but
he's
it
a
is
good
what
guy.
it is.
Speaking
too,
of
like,
prison rules,
He is 20. Hey, if he's 23, that's just the
Well,
reality.
he is.
And
Well,
you
you know
face
what?
it and you say, yeah, I'm young. I don't have. But like I tell people,
mature, though, and-
because I'm running as a novice, right? As someone who's never been in government before. And I just say, Leo Pelletier has more experience, almost more than I've been alive.
Right.
Too
and
much.
Right.
That's the difference. Do you
Experience
want-
being a scumbag.
Wowza.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want experience,
Casey,
or do
same
you want a
thing.
dashing, good-looking,
I would-
super
yeah.
capable,
I'm not running. I'm
intelligent,
not running.
evil genius?
listen.
I'm just lying to all you people until I get in there.
Hey,
I'm gonna
Obama-
be the biggest crook.
Hey,
The
Obama.
biggest scumbag.
Hey, Obama was a
I'm gonna
super.
be as Tommy Gossen.
Hey, Obama's like a super weasel weirdo.
Yeah.
They voted
we
in.
got Liz
You telling me
Tommy
you're not
over
gonna
here.
vote in an honest, hardworking guy? What's the worst case scenario?
Me and Tommy Goslin are gonna be hanging out, and he's gonna be like, "Oh my God, Jordan, that's so bad. I can't believe you're even thinking of going there."
You're gonna be building fences.
Yeah, I'm gonna be corrupt to the
Ron
to the
Cabal's
corrupt
gonna
people.
be your head of Secret Service.
He's gonna show Pat Casey his gun.
Ron Cabal's gonna pull up with his he's
pistola.
what's those kids that they walk the kids
The
across?
diddlers.
Yeah,
What do you, a patrol leader. He's
Yeah,
gonna come in with his
I forgot.
patrol leader badge and the orange strap.
Oh, I'm glad Jasiel got out before it degenerated into Ron
Yeah.
Cabral as a
Hey,
cross
he gave
God
Jasiel
Called
Diddle
at the
talk.
perfect time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I stepped out for a
I'm glad he called. That was good, man. It was very informative, you know. I didn't know he was going on tomorrow
Yeah.
either. Don't worry, I wasn't trying to pull a George on you, Mike. Hey, you going on his show? What time you going?
We even said it was unnecessary.
Yeah, and that's what I want to say too, because he just came on our show, so that's already like obviously points. Not because it's me, because you'd have to be stupid to come on this
Yeah.
show, right? So we're gonna he's coming on Mikey D's show tomorrow, and Mike D, I guess, broke the story. Necessary Media broke the story on him announcing that he's gonna run. So I thought that was cool.
Good job, Mikey.
Yeah, because I have problems with a lot of stuff I hear on WSAI. I think a lot of it's propaganda. So maybe FRC and FRC is a lot to do with the recall.
Douchebags intuition. You ever listen to that? They're
and
out
it's
of their
younger
minds.
people, so maybe he's looking to do a new vibe. You know what I mean?
And let's go to BK's for burgers after
Yeah.
this
So I'm
show.
going to BK's right now for my $10,000 envelope,
Let's not say we did.
and then that's pretty much it. But I guess we're already out of time. I'll thank Antonio Texera for letting Tony leave a message on your voicemail. Jasiel for
Yeah.
coming in. Lauren Tansey, she's going to be helping out the show too. She helps out with stuff behind the scenes.
I try.
Yeah, and
She better stop being annoying. She's gonna help
tomorrow-
out getting a slap in the tooth.
tomorrow we have tomorrow
I'm gonna
morning we
have
got
George
city
bite
talk.
ya.
We got city talk with Trotley, and then we also have Jeff just got called up from AAA SNAFU.
I'll be here sober though, so.
So we'll see
see
you
what
all
happens
next
with
week.
Yeah, I don't know about all that
Tony,
sober shit.
Tony, you might not be alive.
Oh
next week.
shit!
Peace.
Bam, 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 now, 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 bam, bam, bam.